This was this little boy who was sitting there and he was imagining his perfect woman that, like, my God, like, this is something I would like, one day this will be mine, you know, my woman, you know, my wife, or like whatever. And I do feel like it's almost, I mean, I don't know what kind of age difference you have with your person, but if they, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's even something their soul has wished for before it incarnated, so it doesn't have to be any age difference necessarily. But I'm getting that God literally granted their wish to them. So you, in a way, I mean, you don't serve just as a kind of gift to this person or whatever, but you are the greatest gift that this person could ever receive, because you're literally an answered prayer. You're something that their soul was asking and begging for, you know, the infinite light of the Creator before they incarnated here. Just so, you know, when they're here, if like everyone would tell them, listen, this kind of woman doesn't exist. You will never meet this kind of woman. What are you talking about? Because maybe this person was even specific about some details, some little things. But nevertheless, they met you. And when they met you, I think maybe for some of them, they remembered. They remembered that this is what they asked for. And for some of them, they felt guilt and they felt shame. Again, especially if, God forbid, any kind of previous relationships were there too, especially if, you know, there was more stuff related to previous relationships. This person felt bad and they felt ashamed. They felt like, why did I listen to all these people who told me to settle down with someone else, or who told me to date this other person, be in a relationship with a person? Why didn't I just wait for her, for the one and only woman that I knew before I was born into this world that this is who I wanted to be with? Hey Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Let's do some energy check-in for whenever you discover this. You can watch this in January, February as well, unless something specific comes up timing wise, you know. Basically, yeah. Feel free to watch this whenever you discover this. Now, if you're watching me before January 14th, this is the last chance to register for our webinar. For Scorpios, we will discover everything about this coming, well, it is already here, 2024 year, but I mean, we are only starting. There's so much to cover. And we will also be covering a little bit about 2025. So not too late to register. Link to register in private readings down below. Let's see what we have. Have what it takes. You might not know now, but you will. Let's see what else. And we have here, ooh, this card, actually, I pulled this for myself earlier today too. Things are about to get really juicy. Let's just take one more. Change is always good. Ooh. So what I'm seeing with this card is, first of all, be confident in yourself. Be proud of yourself. You have what it takes, and you should not let, you know, anyone or anything ever intimidate you. Like circumstances or life circumstances, anybody's past, your own past patterns, whatever is happening, don't let anyone intimidate you. You have what it takes. If you have like a self-concept where, listen, anyone I want to be with is going to be mine and is going to pursue me and step up and do what it takes to be with me, you know, like this is this very confident energy, you know, things will reflect that. So you don't have to worry. And there might be some things what you might not know now, but you will. I do feel like there might be something where things are shifting, aligning in your favor right now. But at the same time, you wonder, like, why something in the past had to happen a certain way. It's almost like there might have been something you didn't really like that happened before, and you're like, why, you know, like, what was the point of all that? And I feel like, you know, eventually you go into understand this. You might let go of urgency trying to understand something. And when things are about to get really juicy, I'm not sure exactly what is going to be here, but I feel like something you are doing, maybe somebody you're talking to, maybe some new person. I'm seeing for a lot of you dating new people, starting to date new people. Things are about to just get very juicy and interesting in your life. Don't be scared of change. They're saying if you are thinking about shaking things up in terms of your work, in terms of any kind of routine, even the way you dress, it's a good thing. And if you're watching me in January or even in February, so we will have the last conjunction of Sun and Pluto at 29th degree of Capricorn. Think back July. Like July was very dark, very heavy, very negative astrology. one of the most, I don't want to say it was negative in a way, how do I phrase this correctly? Let me just explain this. In July, we had this very interesting aspect where the moon in Cancer was opposed by Pluto in Capricorn. This is, I believe, the last time, pretty much. And we talked a lot about during the time how the traditional sort of like idea of home and families is really not going to be the same. It's almost like for a lot of people, because we are going through such an intense soul evolution process, like if back in the day people had to be somewhere just because, these are people in my family. These days it's not like this, and we'll see much more. And some people like it, some people don't. Some people, there's all these movements, right, of like tread wife and stuff that trying to, take this back. And I have nothing against it. I do think if for people it's truly in alignment with their soul purpose, people should do absolutely whatever they want. But for a lot of people, I do think that families, whether the families we come through, I don't like to say we come from necessarily. I do feel like I personally resonate with coming through someone, right? It's almost like there was certain karma that I aligned myself with, and these people who were my sort of DNA carriers were of certain also karmic patterns. I chose certain activation, so to say, portal, for that. But like, I don't believe, like especially as we move towards more of like even a unity consciousness, like there's so many people who might be even like closer to us as our soul family than our immediate family people we came through. And even like I don't have kids yet. I know like in a few years I will, maybe sooner even, but I don't think of my kids as though it's me. I think it's the most, in my humble opinion, narcissistic ways of think of motherhood or children, because it's more of like, you, depending on what kind of intention you have when you bring soul to the world, what kind of consciousness you're drawing in, the kind of practices you do. I mean, people give birth for all kind of reasons. There are people who give birth because they're scared. They're like, my biological clock is ticking, I have to do this now. Or there are people who do it to keep the partner or to get something from the partner. There are people who do it truly out of love. There are people who do it because there is like, this is the best and this is what I hope I'm going to experience once the time comes. There are people who really see what's happening in the world, and for many of us, we felt we were volunteers, right? Dolores Cannon talks about this in 3 waves of volunteers who did come to this world when we did hear what she says a call, during the first like nuclear crisis of like around World War I, World War II, and for many of us, we forgot that, we actually, those of us who do truly believe we are volunteers, star seeds, or even whatever kind of consciousness, who we do feel like we're here because we are trying to help in some kind of way. For us, the biggest mission that has to remain, if we do choose to bring children into this world, is to not this, I want to experience motherhood or whatever, or like, I want to keep my partner, or whatever, things like this, or me, look how cute, I want to play with this little, thing. We have to remember that we, have to consciously, right? I don't know why I'm talking about this. For some of you, probably you're going to have kids soon, or you're planning for children now. I'm not sure why did it come. But I mean, it is relevant to Pluto and Capricorn and to July energy too, which was very negative. But right now, it's like we have to think, right? If we choose to be certain portals for certain consciousness, what do we choose to bring here? And do we remember the mission of really bringing a very special, like, new consciousness? It's not about here, I'm just here, to do whatever and just live my life. But like truly remembering, what the soul mission is, and bringing also aligning yourself to bring also more people who are here, who are going to help to fix much more of what's to come, so to say, and help this, and not being selfish in this, and being actually, in that energy where we draw, like, and we help the souls come through, and we guide them spiritually where they need to be. We see also what our guidance is through them, but it's never about like, just family, just kids, this is me. It's the most, I think, kind of, did you get my humble opinion? Hate me all you want for this. Kind of like unevolved, like sort of selfish way to think about this, because like I had this, for example, with my mother. My mother always thought of me as copy of her, that I am extension of her, that I'm just mini her. And we always had this very negative relationship. In a way, it kind of backfired, because as I was growing up, I started, no, I'm actually very different than you. I make all the different choices than you. So in a way, for my mother, even to this day, I am like this teacher who is showing her that, listen, like you might have wanted to live through me, but no, you have to live your own life. You have to have your own lessons. and you cannot look at me as the extension of self, right? And like, yeah, I mean, so it's almost like we have this, like we have to keep these things in mind. And the reason why I'm mentioning this now is because Sun and Pluto is going to conjunct the 29th degree of Capricorn for the last time. If you know, Saturn didn't have the best relationship with his son. If you know the painting Saturn eating his own child or something like that, there were issues there. But there is something to say about, I feel like, I don't want to say it's a reversal of July energy when we had Moon in 29 degree Cancer opposing Pluto in 29 degree of Capricorn for the last time, plus the nodes of Destiny, North Node and South Node of Aries and Libra were there too, which talked about letting go of soul contracts, whether it's with family members, relationships, business partners even, you know, like right around July 18, July 25th, this was one of the heaviest, even darkest, I want to say, energy in the world. And, you know, they were launching, I think this was the Barbie and Oppenheimer weekend. And I mean, Barbie is fine, but like, you know, Oppenheimer movie to be released during such time is, I do believe, like my personal opinion, Hollywood uses a lot of, you know, Hollywood is literally magic. They use specific dates to implant certain themes of consciousness as well into masses. And I don't think like directors are exactly necessarily involved, but even if you think about like Dune trailers that came out during eclipses, like, you know, there was a manifestation of some of those themes that happened. You know, Dune is like, they literally filmed in Middle East, right? So they're bombing, I think, the rocks, you know, in the Jordan place or something. So, you know, it's like, I'm not saying the directors are involved with this. For a lot of people, it's creative vision, but the Hollywood itself uses specific dates, I do believe, and specific visuals to impregnate, so to say, our consciousness in specific ways, especially now when Neptune is in Pisces. This is literally the sign, you know, Pisces is sign of fish, sign of Christ, right? So there is this impregnation that's been going on through media with different through subconscious with subliminal messages at much higher rates than it was previously there. And we will have Neptune go into Aries, and oh boy, that will be interesting. So I do feel like there's something like that taking place for you, where you are reclaiming something, you're maybe remembering something about your life, but at the same time, again, the Sun conjunct Pluto aspect keeps me wanting to talk about it. What I feel like is there is going to be a major decision, turnaround of decisions, maybe an understanding of something clearly, something that, you know, the old reality that no longer can exist, no matter how, you know, the control, the tradition was there. As we are entering Sun and Pluto conjunct in Aquarius, much more chaos, of course, but at the same time, it's very interesting how this is happening just less like 2 months before Jupiter Uranus in Taurus, because there's going to be a massive change this year, whether we like it or not. I mean, every year really, 2020 was changed, 21, 22, 23, but there is something to say about 24, universal number 8, of course, when, you know, we will have this Jupiter Uranus, eclipses still continue through Aries and Libra, and it's almost like there are shifts that are taking place, but it's like for something true to be born. I don't know how to say this, path of gods. It's almost like for many of us, and I mean, this is going to sound like cuckoo crazy type of prediction, but for many of us, especially as we are coming close to Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, we will have more of a gift of prophecy or healing abilities awakened within us, especially, of course, people who were already on this path. And for many of us, we will remember our origins, if it's not from this earth, if it's maybe like if we have close contact with specific angel, archangel, whatever, you know, names you want to call for these things. And we will have help. It's almost like there will be people, I think, in the coming months, even in the coming years, where again, I don't think necessarily it's going to happen like overnight, but like I want to say that I definitely, since Uranus been approaching more and more to my Sun degree, Sun in Taurus, 24 degrees, like I've been feeling, and it doesn't happen like all the time, but like I've been having like certain prophecies, certain visions that like, you know, it's a little crazy because it comes like in this inside sort of like lightning bolt. And I know a lot of people have been feeling the same. And it's interesting, I have Neptune opposing my moon and Uranus transiting my sun. So it's like, it's very interesting, you know, how it's happening. Definitely had some visions, like some different things. a lot, too much even, but for a lot of people this will be the, the experience. And I do feel like here with Secret of Camelot, Authority of Spirit and Water Spirit, Emotions, Memory, Life Force, you are remembering through water. I don't know what it means. So something about the water. You might live by a body of water, or you might just, there's something about you connecting with the water where it has that information. And you know how they say you can charge your water, water contains certain memories and stuff like that. But there's something about you maybe connecting with water at the time where you will see, like it will help you remember, I'm hearing. Okay. Alrighty, let's go into love. Let's see what's happening with our love life. Scorpios. Haven't used this deck in a while. I just ordered also an amazing deck. It's called, I think, Cats, Black Cats there or something. Cannot wait to get it. Probably tomorrow we'll use it. What's happening with love? 9 of Cups, you have a wish fulfillment here. Let's see what's about the Emperor. So the wish fulfillment, let me see, it's not focusing. Please focus for such a beautiful occasion of 9 of Cups next to the Emperor. So 9 of Cups next to the Emperor can be interpreted in a couple of different ways here. First, of course, 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, so something you wished for is coming true. The Emperor represents a strong masculine energy. Now, this could be a person that's a new person. You meet somebody who really matches, all the things you are looking for in a partner, be certain way, treat me certain way, show up correctly. It could also be if, let's just say, you have someone you like a lot, you already know, you already date, but maybe they were not showing up really, not been showing up as the Emperor, for the lack of a better word. You will see a change in them and they are showing up as the Emperor. We have here 6 of Swords. We have here Page of Swords. There is some kind of trip, a journey over the body of water taking place. King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, and the Hermit. I do feel like the answer to something you've been searching for a long time is here. There is communication, and I feel like you're talking to someone, but it's almost like this person doesn't fully believe you or something. I don't know what it is. Well, okay, they might have Virgo in their chart. I'm seeing here Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and also Aries. And what I'm seeing here is that there is going to be a major abundance opening up that will allow you to turn your life around exactly how you want to. Now, I don't know what exactly, sorry, let me move. No, I don't know exactly what it's going to be. Maybe you will get a grant to study in some school, some kind of something. Like with King of Pentacles, there is a box of abundance I'm seeing opening up, and there's an opportunity to start new, to start again. I feel like also with the Hermit card, a lot of things that were in the dark before that didn't make sense do make sense. With 6 of Cups, you are feeling very happy. Very happy. Oh, look at this, 10 of Wands reversed. The burdens are over. You still, you know how we pulled the card in the very beginning that said something like you might not know now, but you will. With the 7 of Cups, you still have some questions, or maybe your person still has some questions. Not everything is clear to them. You do have a lot of options in how you can go. There is different timelines still available to you, I feel like, at the time. 6 of Cups with 7 of Wands. Do protect your heart, though, and protect your heart in a way where, like, your dreams are coming true. You will get your way. You will get what you want. But with the 7 of Wands, it's almost like don't give up and don't let anyone basically insert their opinions over this. Whatever. It's like, it's like I was going to say this to someone today, but I was like left this part out. By the way, Page of Wands with the Knight of Wands, communication, someone coming towards you. But it's almost like, listen, when I like someone, I don't care what the deal is. I don't care what their past was. I don't care if there was someone else, honestly, in the picture or not. If I want you, I want you. We as Scorpios are like this. And if it's important for me, I will let you know. I will prioritize this. If you can match my energy, if I'm just as important to you, if I'm your priority, if you don't care about the past, like if you choose to go in the future with me, I don't care what the circumstances were, Everything happens for a reason. Nothing is forever. But like, if I am important, and if I am, if you served, the term, or you've served all your karma somewhere in the past, you're ready for your future. I'm all yours, But I forgot what I was going with this. I guess I just needed to say this. Anyway, let's see. First row is you, second row your person. Ooh, ooh, look at this. See, you have very good cards today. The Star, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Two of Swords. All this things that used to confuse you so much, it's over. Now you have so much clarity. You're ready also to build, to create, and there is a happy outcome. Person you're connecting with, Page of Cups. This person is not, I'm hearing they don't really have a game. I don't know what it means. I'm not meaning to be condescending. I hear things. You have to understand, please. I hear things, and sometimes they are nice, sometimes they are not very nice how they say things. Sometimes I actually have to take it down a notch, you know, for you guys to be able to not be to not hate me, basically. But I remember actually my very first time. I did a spirit seance when I was like 12 years old, I want to say, or 13. I did this for the first time with my other Scorpio friend. And we were so freaking scared because this stuff was moving. There was things happening. Like, I shared this probably before in one of my videos, but my friend had a cat that, you know, I would hang out with her almost every day after school. And basically this cat was like the laziest cat ever. You know, those cats that never move, they just don't care. So when we were doing our Ouija board thing, the cat was like going insane. It was just like running around like, I've never seen this cat like that. So even if whatever we were doing, you can say, oh yeah, maybe it was not moving, sure. The cat was moving right where we had our table with Ouija stuff, and she was going insane, and that was enough to see something was going on. But oh yeah, but the reason why I'm sharing this, so we were like, it was so stupid. We were kids. We were basically calling for the spirits of dead rock stars. Like, I forgot who we were calling, like some like rock stars basically who passed away. And you know, they were cursing, and basically, you know, so you know, the spirits, they are not, you know, the most they're not always nice, basically. All right, let's see your person. Maybe your person is, you know, like this. They better be nice. Be nice. Temperance, healing taking place, a new beginning is possible. Somebody who was also in their head is no longer in their head. They feel much more clarity. They feel much better. Now, also, I feel like you guys are going to have a glow up in a way how you express yourself. So you might pick up a new mannerism, or like there's a glow up, right? That's obvious in terms of how we walk, how we talk, like how we dress, our body shape and stuff. I see for you there is going to be something very nuanced. It's almost like you're going to find your thing, whatever that thing is, that's going to be like a defining element to you. And as I'm saying this, I realize that today I'm speaking in a little bit of a different voice. So maybe this is happening to me already. So you're going to speak in some kind of way where it's going to be enticing. Also, somebody is very attracted to the sound of your voice. Very, like, they find your voice very sexy. They find your voice very attractive. They find it, honestly, like, they're the person who finds everything attractive over you. It's one of those things where we don't want to be mean to their exes or whatever other women were around them. But it's almost like, you know, compared to you, who is just full of surprises and different like sides to your personality, and the way you dress, the way you look, the way your mind works, the way you speak, your voice, like everything about you is just so hot to this person. They like almost look at everyone else around them like it's just so, it's so like, I want to say, like they saying the word hideous. I don't want to necessarily use this word, but anyway, it's what's on the menu today. Like, they almost feel sort of sorry for other women because other women are not you. Other women could never be like you. It's like there is something so special about you where other women, like, and especially if they had like any other, if let's just say you, it's still not exclusive, and maybe there were other women who also wanted their attention, wanted to date them, they almost look at these women and like, it's almost like funny. They are trying so hard maybe, and it's like, and they're still not even 5% of what you are when you are not even trying. Like, you may be wearing pajama, you know, not even trying, just being yourself, being like the way you are is so much more attractive than any, even, I don't know if they, I want to say superstar for some reason, I don't know, maybe they're around famous people or something, than any famous person even around them or anybody at all. It's almost like all, like, again, I don't want to speak badly of like other women confirm it or whatever, but I'm just saying that compared to you, how much this person feels turned on by you, how much they are mesmerized by. Again, it's not just about the looks. The looks is like, you might not even be the most like perfect necessarily, in a traditional sense looking person, but just something about you, the way your mind works, the way you speak, like little things about you. This person is just obsessed. You are the star to them. It's almost like you're the most important person in their life. They think you are the most perfect person. Seriously. The thing is, like with Page of Cups, they don't always know how to express that. With the Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, they might have a bit like of childish way of expressing this. Like, how in Getting, for whatever reason, they're showing me an image of, when we go to school, right, like 6th grade, or I don't know what grade this usually happens, when a boy is basically taking girls' hair, like braids, picking, sort of like teasing. Because like with the Five of Swords, this person would do absolutely anything for you to not walk away, because you can walk away. I feel like you're in a position, what makes, I don't know how it works here, but like you're in a position where you can walk away, and you can in this moment to distance yourself from them and find someone who maybe, doesn't have any issues, doesn't have any like challenges attached to them, doesn't have any past, that we don't know how we're gonna like deal with or whatever. Like you can be with someone like without any issues, and you can walk away, and you're strong, and you don't need them. You don't live on their payroll. You don't live on their handouts. You have your own talent, you have your own looks, you have your own personality. And they're not used to this, because maybe in the past they were in a relationship where they're used to be such a star. Everyone around them is just like subservient, like people just, like, again, there's something here about they've never been with a woman who has her own power, but not in a way where like, oh, I'm so powerful. Like, because I do feel like they've met women who maybe were like, oh, I have also talent, I'm this, I'm that, look at me, oh, I'm such a superstar. I don't know why, but I don't like people when they have these vocals, when they sing too much. I don't know how to explain. When you are like, I'm not a very good singer, but I used to actually get paid for, recording demos. So I guess I'm not completely terrible, although I don't know, only person I could ever record songs the way I liked it was with my German engineer. He just, I don't know how, but he always made me sound really good. But I was writing, so like I'm not, I'm a writer first. Anyway, what I was gonna say here, like in my opinion, I think best vocal is the one when you don't do too much. There is not of this like all of those I mean, it could be nice. Again, just call me a hater, whatever, but like I feel like like even what's the name of the British guys, the XX, or how you say them, Romy, right, is the is the vocalist, and the way she sings, it's almost like so simple, and like, but it's so beautiful, and like if the writing matches that, it's just, I don't know why I'm talking about songwriting. Some of you are songwriters maybe, but anyway, so they might have had like people who were also like over the top, but it was too aggressive maybe for their taste. And with you, it's just different, because you are truly like, you're your own person, but you're still feminine, and you don't really need them. You know what image they are showing me? I just finished watching The Hunger Games, The Ballad of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I honestly really liked the prequel. I liked it way more even than the entire Hunger Games movies. I don't know why, but yeah, I really liked it. I thought the main duo, the guy who was young Snow, and the girl, the singer, were great. But if you watch the movie, in their dynamic, basically he wanted to control her, but she almost like was this like witchy, crazy, uncontrollable woman who he couldn't control. He wanted to control her, but she was just like too much of her own entire personality. She was not like anyone else, and he was in love with that, right? It drove him, I think, to all the madness later on. But at the same, and he could never understand, even in the end of the movie, right? We don't even know if she is alive, what happened really. So the madness drove him kind of, the mystery drove him mad. And I feel like to a degree, you and your person, you also have you're not a basic woman, you're not a predictable woman. The way your mind works, things you speak about, things you think about, is not like anyone they've ever known. Like everyone around them is almost like same face, from same plastic surgeon, from same whatever, same thoughts, same way of talking. You're different, and this drives them mad. Another image they're showing me from another movie, I swear this can be the last one in this reading at least. I don't know if you, like many people watch, right, Pirates of the Caribbean. I personally always, witchy, probably, like, right, sisterhood. But like, I always liked the character of Tia Dalma, right, that she was this Caribbean, what was exactly she was doing? How you call this? Obea or something woman, right? And she had this love story, right, with Davy Jones, who also wanted to control her, but she was so wild, like the sea, and he could never control her. And whatever happened. But the thing is, like, men go nuts for this kind of women because you're not predictable. You're not like the sofa or those, slippers that just sit there, and you don't really feel like wearing it, but it stands there, so you're using it. You're not like that. You are truly like out of this world. So, but I do feel like, again, your strength is that you are not scared to walk away from this. If you cannot give me what I want, I'm not going to be here, begging you, healing you, chasing you, trying to help you understand something. You're a grown man, okay? You've made certain choices in life, maybe stayed in certain situations way too long. It led to consequences. And yeah, if you love me, honor me, respect me, I am, as a loving woman, will be there for you and help you maybe figure some things out. But listen, I'm not here to throw my life and my youth and everything I can have around when you are not even coming correctly towards me. So they're correcting that. They, like, it's their ego cannot let them basically see you get away. But see, a question here to ask, is it coming from ego or is it coming from love? Six of Cups, this person is also full of dreams, fantasies of what they want to do with you. They like you. They like the childlike essence that you have. It's almost like if they ever had to have a child with someone, they fantasize, they dream the kind of child you would have together. It would not be compared to anything else, because your child would almost have supernatural abilities. It's almost like in Dune, Bene Gesserit would make something like this. It would have a supernatural abilities. It would have beauty. It will have passion. And it's a child that's conceived not in some kind of way where, oh, let's save our relationship with a child, but it's a child conceived in pure passion and pure love, and with consciousness of where two people wanted to bring something to heal the world. Actually, we're crazy enough, to think about this, that, listen, we are not going to be waiting for anyone to come and save us, but we are going to start helping the consciousness of, like how they say, the messianic children of the future, the, sleeping, what is it, phoenix? I always forget in human design what it's called. We are going to be bringing the souls now. And we believe that our abilities, we believe that our DNA, we believe that our spiritual knowledge is strong and powerful enough to not just sit here and like wait for some mystical, moment to come, but we are going to start bringing that incarnation here through our love, through our passion. Not in any kind of other basic way. And I think maybe to a degree, like in July, what happened with the last Sun-Pluto conjunction, very like sort of basic, normal type of life, is to be broken and for something completely new to start, to start coming down here, right? So I don't honestly know where I went with this reading. Today was a crazy day for me. I've been getting some kind of crazy spiritual downloads and whatever. Anyway, so this is about, we're talking about children a lot here. So I think, and I mean, it makes sense for Scorpio, Saturn is in the 5th. So for a lot of you, again, this year and next year could be very much the years where you might, decide to have kids again, like if it's especially happening after 2023 was not really the year necessarily again yet for that. 2024, 2025, there is much more better, powerful alignments, I think. 2023 had a lot of just way too dark energy. I think I would not be like, I don't know if anyone, like, don't get offended, but like I would not personally choose that year, because there is just so many of last type of purges of old karma, old consciousness, when we are entering now in this year. And I'm so excited, even started next year, we're gonna like literally bring something crazy to this world. The world will be crazy, like, don't get me wrong, there will be crazy shit happening, but we will also be bringing the change, creating the change that we want to see. It's gonna be insane. Like, it's seriously like better than movies, like I'm telling you. Okay, take a deep breath. All right, so yeah, this person needs to step up their game, how they approach you, what they do. Three of Wands, they are very, like, they really want to be happy with you. Three of Wands is the Ten of Cups. They want to have happiness with you. That's really their intention. They do want to be happy with you. Page of Wands, look at this, I feel like somebody will express their feelings, Well, look at this, somebody loves you, somebody wants to express their feelings. What was hidden before, but what you had, okay, listen, hold on, let me turn this off. What I'm hearing is that what was hidden before, but what you always knew were there, now you will get a confirmation, and it's going to be a big victory. It's going to be a big victory. What you always knew were there. You knew that it was there, and you fought for it. For some of you people here, I don't know why it's not focusing. It's now there is this victory. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. There's going to be, I do feel like there's going to be some situations that will have to also be resolved as part of that. Some of you will quit your job, maybe they quit their job, or some other things. Their money, I see like being distributed. Anyway, link to the extent it's going to be down below. We'll see more about this victory that's on your way. Congratulations, guys. I think we've shifted timelines. Like today I felt this. Something happened like when I had a cold, you know. Maybe it's honestly very good that I didn't teach my webinar January 7th, because I feel like that week that I had a cold, again, that's not a typical experience, but something shifted so much for me. Like I had such a spiritual experience that like collectively, I think something was going on too, where we have successfully shifted timeline out of whatever crap we were dealing with into something much better. So anyway, link to the extent is going to be down below. We will see what timeline are you aligning yourself with right now, and what is this victory? Messages, love, communication, all of this is on the way. Anyway, guys, link to the same down below. I said this already. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye.